Man, smoke 'em if you got 'em. Smoke 'em if you got 'em. Because that's what me and the poor man P. Miller was doing last week. Swept the board, swept it. 6-0, 7-0, whatever it was. 6-0, 7-0, however many bets we placed in the game lines. Killing it. Had a good week in the over and unders. We're sitting there at 50% on prize picks, underdog, dabble. Killing it, man. Killing it. 50% is pretty good. 60%. Hey, we're all making money. Everybody in the crew is making money. If you're going to the podcast, check out the descriptions. Every bet we place right there in the description, we're making money. Hey, even had a parlay. I had a 10-leg. The impossible parlay, that's what I call it. When I do my little bets. UFC, NFL, pretty much just those two. When I do them, I like to set up a little 10-legger hit. I know Phil hit on a 10-legger. It was like 2 weeks ago. I always like to put the low money with the big payouts. Got to. Might as well. So yeah, the crew killing it. Got some Dynasty content coming in tomorrow night. Well, me and the Craft Man hopping on. Hopefully Big Dump. Maybe. Chris. Hopefully. But something's coming out tomorrow. Something. So gotta get gambling slate. Week 10. I got, let's see, 7 game lines and I got 9 over and unders. Time to make that money. It's all about the money. That's all I care about right now. Take a little sip of this sweet tea. And let's get to it. Game lines. Week 10, like I said, 60%. We're killing it. Me and poor man Pete Miller went perfect. This week, I don't feel as confident, so that means I'm going money lines. Me and the poor man Pete Miller, we like to talk about it, talking through what we think, and I'm looking at all these lines, and I pretty much like money lines, but if I was to put my money on it, I would say underdogs are probably going to cover. I feel like I'm saying that every other week. I would say half my bets, I went with the public. Half of my bets, I went with Vegas, Atlanta, money line, minus 180 versus New Orleans. What do I always say, man? I say it all the time, man. Do not trust the Falcons, man. I never trust them. Last week, money line versus the Cowboys, hitting on it. I'm going back to it. New Orleans. I know it's hard to win in New Orleans, but they're just falling apart. The division's falling apart other than the Buccaneers, who the Falcons have swept. This is the Falcons' division to win. You got to take care of games like this, and they know this. Kirk Cousins, I said it. Teaching the Falcons how to win. Everybody thought that was crazy. Rams, money line versus Miami. Me and the poor man, I'm the one who locked in on this one. Pushed back a little bit. Miami did look good versus Buffalo last week. No doubt about it with Tua coming back. Now you get a second week with Tua. But the Rams, I just feel like they're on a roll. They're in it to win the division. They got guys getting healthy and coming back. They're going to start putting it together. Rams money line. Tampa Bay plus 5.5 versus San Fran. San Fran a little beat up this year. Tampa Bay, I've been going to them all year. Heck, we all been going to them all year. They've been covering like crazy. Last week Monday Night Football was, plus 9? I mean, that's ridiculous. Ridiculous. And that game we went into overtime. I should have, oh, man. I was telling y'all that Jets game was a trap, and that was easy money, and it was. But, man, that Tampa Bay one really was easy money. That was a missed opportunity one right there. But, hey, plus 5.5 for San Fran, easy money. Washington, money line versus Pitt. Another one, me and Phil, back and forth. Washington, money line. I think I'm starting to trust the Washington Redskins. I think I hate to bet against Pittsburgh. Hate it. Because those teams with organizations with good coaches that are buttoned up, they can win. And they certainly can win. Would never count them out. But Washington, I think I'm starting to get where I trust them. And I believe Washington's at home. Carolina plus 6 versus the New York Giants. Jacksonville plus 5.5 versus Minnesota, and the over Minnesota versus Jacksonville. That's one thing I like to. Me and the poor man P Miller have been hopping on is Jacksonville to cover these overs a little bit because their defense sucks and Trevor Lawrence is still capable no matter who he's got. See, that's what I'm saying. People don't understand. Trevor Lawrence is getting a lot of criticism for this team. It's a dumpster fire. It's a shit show. It's just a straight shit show there, and he can still put together some points no matter who he's got and make something happen. I mean, they'll goose egg you, but poor man P. Miller going right back to the well. Minnesota, you know they're going to put up points. And heck, they might get up close to covering it, that 45 by themselves, so where Jacksonville ain't even got to score too much. But yeah, killing these game lines, man. Go get on you some platforms where you can bet on these game lines. We are killing it, man. Killing it. Easy money. I've never been this hot before, and I don't want to jinx myself because the last time I started texting the crew saying, man, I've never been this hot before, I goose egged that week. I went 0 for 4. Followed it up perfect, though. Killing this shit. And I think 3 weeks ago, I was like 8-2. So, some weeks we have bigger slates. Some weeks we have smaller slates. I don't want to be sitting here bragging about how good I am. I'm not going to go that far. Be like, how good I am. But I'm just saying, hot. We're hot right now. We're killing this shit. The conspiracy theorists and me and Phil, we got it locked in right now. I feel like we're in a groove. Let's get straight to these over and unders, and you can always bet over and unders anywhere, everywhere. Underdog, Prize Picks, the two most popular ones. Dabble. I've been on Dabble a little bit lately. Go check it out. Figure out who's got Dabble and get you some money with it or whatever, the little code or whatever, and get you a little free money with it. I think I got like $25. I'm not even a sponsored thing. I'm just saying this is a platform that's small. I've never really even heard of it, but I got $25 free for it, so go ahead and hop on in there and grab that dabble. Anyways, over-unders. Got a couple for tonight. Jamar Chase scores a touchdown over 0.5 TDs, Jamar. That Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase stack been hot. Craftman was all over that in the preseason. Derrick Henry over 0.5 touchdowns. Also, Derrick Henry over 93.5 rushing yards. Everybody over on Derrick Henry. I mean, I'm not sure what to think about it tonight, but I think tonight's game, Cincinnati and Baltimore, Thursday Night Football, it's got like the highest over-under of the year. So basically, I'm waiting right before game time, and I'm going to bet the under, whatever it is. Everybody's putting money on the over. I'm going to put a small bet. I'm not locking it in for the podcast. Don't be sitting here. There's a few that we like to put our name on. I ain't going to put my name on this one because I would mainly stay away from it. I'm going to put a little small bet to hit the under tonight. But everybody's hitting these. Everybody's thinking the over. So if that means the over's going to hit, Jamar Chase, Derrick Henry, really good chance to score. Alvin Kamara under 71.5 rushing yards. Listen, New Orleans is a shit show. Achane over 51.5 rushing yards. Achane, bad man right now. Tyreek Hill over 5.5 receptions. Let's get down to the weeds a little bit with Tyler Algier over 38.5 rushing yards. I just think the Falcons have a chance to dominate, and Algier's going to have his chance to get his touches. Man, I just feel like he's getting that. Travis Kelce over 57.5 passing yards. I ain't saying Kelce's back, this and that, but they're forcing him the ball. I don't even know whatever his lines are for receptions. I hit it on last week. Whatever his line is this week, might be an easy one to hit on. That one's slipping my mind. Russell Wilson over 216.5 passing yards, and my thing is they're going to air it out deep, and I do think Washington will win the game, but I just think Russ is he'll throw the ball deep. If he connects, 216 ain't shit, and that's going to be easy money for your ass. Now listen, man, we've been just putting out gambling the past few weeks, but nonetheless, we've been putting in that work behind the scenes, doing stuff, trying to get this podcast where we need it to go. But with that said, we're going to be throwing out our Dynasty content more and more. We've been busy. Kraft going to Packers games and shit. We're doing stuff. Chris busy, so... But nonetheless, we do get our gambling out. Join the Discord. That's a good way to... we're really going to start pushing that Discord a little bit. that's going to be something that we can build, or we can talk to you back and forth directly if you want to. And YouTube, our audio is on YouTube podcast. If you go check it out, you can listen to the audio. It's up. Go hit that subscribe button, the little bell in the corner, and we're not really not here to give advice unless it's gambling. We're just trying to find the best plays. But when it comes to Dynasty, we're not here to give advice and you should do this and that. We're just talking about the fake stuff, because that's what the fuck we do. We play the fake stuff, and we like to win money here. So roll one up, crack open a beer, and listen to the Cruise Dynasty podcast, and I'm out!